to Power Conversations podcast by What's Your Superpower TV. This podcast features conversations of overcoming by faith and pushing through to fulfill a purpose-driven life. This podcast is hosted by CEO and best-selling author Nadia Francois. Welcome to the broadcast. Welcome everyone to Power Conversations podcast. Tonight we are having an amazing book discussion with some dynamic, powerful women of the anthology Created for Greatness. This anthology was Visionary by Ashley Montgomery, and she has some amazing women that joined this book as well. We are going to talk to some of them tonight. How y'all doing, ladies?
All right.
Awesome. So before we get started, I do want to mention where you can share the broadcast. Go over to Power Conversations magazine and podcast on Facebook. You can share it there. You can also find it on the What's Your Superpower TV YouTube and the What's Your Superpower TV Facebook pages. So if you want to go ahead and share it out, and the What's Your Superpower TV up, I'm sharing mine right now. And we will get started. All right, got that done. So, ladies, welcome to Power Conversations. How y'all doing tonight?
Great.
Great. How are you?
Awesome. Good. I am doing wonderful. Ready to dive in to this wonderful anthology you all are launching later this week, right?
Yes.
Awesome. All right, so let's get started with some intros. I will go through everyone and you can tell us where you're from and who you are. I'll start with Miss Kimmy Washington.
Hi, I am Cammie Washington. I'm originally from Lake Charles, Louisiana, and currently residing in Pearland, Texas.
All right. Next, Miss Marcy.
I believe it's Marcy's having technical difficulties. She couldn't hear. She can't hear.
All right. Well, I'll skip over Miss Marcy till she gets that worked out. Miss Candace, how are you?
Hey, I'm Candace Briscoe Arfe. I am born and raised in Lake Charles, Louisiana, and I still reside here.
Awesome. Miss Joy, how are you?
I am great. I am Joy Allen, originally from Florida and currently live in Columbus, Ohio. Mental health advocate, mental health coach, and two-time best-selling author, about to be 3, and entrepreneur. And I'm excited to be here.
Awesome. I'm so excited that you are here. Awesome. So we lost Miss Marcy for a minute, but when she comes back on, we will let her introduce herself and tell us where she is from. So, ladies, we are here to talk about this amazing publication. But before we get deep into the book, I want to know a little bit more about each of you. So we're going to just go around in the order. Miss Cammie, Miss Joy, then Miss Candace is the way that I see y'all on my side. So we'll just go in order. So why don't you tell us, what do you do for a living?
I have a trucking business that I share with my husband. I also franchise Exceptional Healthcare Staffing Agency in the Houston, Texas area. And I just recently launched a La Fidelite notary and business consulting, where I do notary signing, notary, and business consulting for upcoming businesses.
Awesome. And we have Miss Marcy back. Miss Marcy, can you hear us now?
Yeah, that was weird. Yes, I can hear. Wonderful.
Awesome. So go ahead and tell us where you are from and who you are.
I'm from Chicago, Illinois, right in the middle of the country. And I am Marcy Cody. I'm a registered nurse and I'm a wellness nurse, which a lot of people don't know what that is. But basically, I focus on helping people pivot when they've had a bad diagnosis into doing something healthy. In
Ah,
fact, yeah. So I coach, I speak at different organizations, at churches, and I also am an author. I'm like a serial international bestseller.
go ahead.
And I believe that, yeah, I believe in longevity. I believe in helping people get through these golden years. Because, unless you die young, you will get old, like by
Absolutely.
default. So yeah. So you got to do something every day that your future self will be grateful for.
Awesome. Thank you, Miss Marcy, for that wonderful intro. All right. Now my order is a little off, so I'm gonna go ahead to Miss Candace. Tell us what you do for a living.
Hi. Oh, I have a lot. I
Let us
am
have
a
it.
Yeah, I'm a travel CNA. I also work at the local hospital in Louisiana. I just accomplished getting my own independent travel agency, which is called LA&A Luxury Travel. I also am working on a Zen destination for grieving, you know, people, mostly mothers, for them to have a destination to get back in line with themselves. I also have a group called Unapologetically Rising, which helps motivate many women who feel they can't accomplish certain things through a certain obstacle. Um, and that's pretty much it. I think I said
Did you miss,
everything.
did you miss something, Queen?
I was trying to make sure I didn't. You see me pause. I was like, wait, did I
Yeah.
miss something? But I think that's it.
All right. That is
Thank you.
amazing. That is amazing. All right. Next, Miss Joy.
Well, good evening. My name is Joy Allen. I am a certified mental health coach and mental health advocate. I am an international speaker, a two-time, like I said, about to be three-time best-selling author. I am also the president of Persevere Aviation, which is a private airline charter, and we also specialize in not only private jet flights but luxury travel as well. So we want to teach people that you don't have to be rich to live a luxury lifestyle or even enjoy it for a moment. So that's what we're here for. And I'm also an entrepreneur doing some other things as well.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you, ladies, for those amazing intros. You all are, just as I thought, some powerhouse trailblazers here to represent for Created for Greatness Anthology. Let's go ahead and get into why did you choose to be in this project? And we'll start with Miss Cami.
I chose to be in this project because I was told that I have a story. I denied it for so long, over 20 years. But I was reminded, and I experienced betrayal at a young age, and it affected my childhood life and half of my adult life. I went through two failed marriages, six children, but I still pushed and continued to move on, continue my education, graduated with my bachelor's in finance, and now I am the CEO of two successful business and a operation partner of a healthcare staffing agency.
Amazing, amazing. Miss Candace, why did you choose to be a part of the book? Oh, wait, let me unmute you. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Go ahead. We had a little feedback. Go ahead. Go ahead.
It's fine. Like Cammy, I was told that I have a story to tell, and my motto is always telling everyone has a chapter or a testimony. So what makes mine so special? And of course, the person did not want to hear that. So I said, well, I need to think of it as maybe it may reach more than just the sum that I know. It's nothing to hurt, to elaborate on and reach more than just your local. And
Yeah.
that's what inspired me to keep going because there's nothing like helping those in darkened spots. that feel like you can't get over that hurdle. So that's what helped me
Awesome.
inspire.
Awesome. Awesome. And Miss Marcy.
Well, I got into this book because I know Miss Ashley. We were in another book together, um, Created for Grace. Not Created for Grace. This is Created for Greatness. Okay. We were in Ignite the Hungering You with Les Brown. And we have been following with Les Brown on other events. So I was drawn in because I was in the other book, and they're like, you could be in my book too. So I decided to be in this book. So I'm excited though. This is my sixth book. It'll be my fourth international bestseller. So I'm just excited about being a part. And yeah, I have tons of stories. Okay, so I have enough stories to go around.
That's good. That's good. And Miss Joy. Oh, wait, let me unmute. Oh,
So,
you got
yeah.
it.
So yeah, so I was asked to be in a project, and like Miss Marcy, I've known Ashley for a while through Les Brown. We've been in a program together for over a year, and with the project, I just said, just the title itself, "Created for Greatness," and it just, we all have greatness within us, and just to, pull that story out that will help someone else. I had to think of, okay, well, like Miss Marcy, I have a lot of stories too. So it's like, okay, what story am I going to tell? It took a while for me to actually start using my voice. For a long time, actually, most of my life, I was quiet and I wouldn't talk, and I lived in fear. And so I wouldn't say anything. And so now that I'm using my voice and not afraid to use my voice, it's like, okay, I'm going to tell my story. So whenever I get a chance to tell my story, then hey, the opportunity came and I embraced it. So that's why I'm a part of this project.
Amazing, amazing. Yes, and guys, we need all of your stories. We need them. We need your testimony. Somebody out there is going through something similar to what you have experienced or gone through, and they need to know that they're going to make it on the onto the other side, right? All of these wonderful accomplishments that you ladies have made, considering your testimony. So now I want to know, what is the title of your chapter? And I'll go backwards and start with Miss Joy.
Okay, so the title of my chapter, I may have let in on it a little bit. I tried to not say too much, but it's Victory Over Fear. So Victory
Yes.
Over Fear.
Tell us a little bit about it. Just a itty bit, because we got to buy the book.
Okay, so basically it's just what it says. It's, like I was saying before, like I've lived my whole life in fear. Fear has stolen my entire life from me. I was afraid to speak out. I was afraid to be myself. I was afraid to use my voice. And God delivered me from fear just this past year or two. And so I vowed to, okay, I'm delivered from fear, because God has not given us a spirit of fear, but a power, love, and a sound mind. And I said, I'm going to take that word and stand on it and show people that you can choose faith over fear. And that's what I did. And so in this book, I tell about some of the stories and the testimonies, the trials and tribulations that I had in overcoming that fear, and how I stepped into my faith and my purpose that God called me to, and had victory over that fear. So I pray that it will be a blessing to someone, and let them know that you can overcome that fear as well.
Yes, yes, amazing. I love it. Victory over fear. Miss Marcy.
Yes, my chapter is called Living Vibrantly with a Terminal Illness.
Wow.
So I'm telling the story of my husband, who was diagnosed with a terminal illness the year we were married, 1999, and
Wow.
how I have been nursing him to health, and he's been living a vibrant life. He's 79 years old now, and if you ask him how he's doing, he'll tell you he's doing great for the rest of his life. He said the big C is Christ. Even though he's been stage 4 for almost 10 years, he doesn't have any pain, and we're doing all sorts of alternative things to make him healthier instead of doing the chemical way. And, since I'm a licensed professional registered nurse, I can't tell anybody not to do something their doctor told them to do, or to do
Right.
something their doctor didn't tell them to do. But I can tell you to do your own research, get a second and third opinion, and do things that make you feel good.
Yes, I love it. Ooh, I can't wait. Can't wait. Miss Candace, what about your chapter?
My chapter is called From Sorrow to Healing and Grace. I was thinking of many topics to speak on because, like everyone here, I have multiple chapters in my life to speak on, but the most darkest one was overcoming the grievance of my child loss. In 2017, he was 10 years old. And I just feel like in that dark point where it became that battle of, should I push on or just should I just waddle in pity? I chose to start doing things to elevate me. And I even went to school, got married, things that I didn't think that I would do. So I felt like my chapter would help those that are trying to have excuses not to heal and process, but rather than learn that all you're doing by repeating that sorrow is passing it on to the next generation. So we need to
Mhm.
seize it in order to not continue the trauma party.
Wow.
Well, that's what I call it, the trauma party. So,
Wow, that is so powerful. Wow, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be good. Were you done? I didn't mean to cut you off.
oh no, no, you're good. It's just
Okay.
I talk a lot, so I'm trying to sum it up. And
No
that was
problem.
something that I did forget. I am a BA. I'm going for my bachelor's at South University. I graduate next year in 23 in May. So,
All right. Yes. Something else on that resume. Go ahead, girl. All
okay.
right. Miss Cammy, tell us all about what your not all about. Let me back that up. Give us a snippet of what your chapter is about and what your title is.
My title is Overcoming Betrayal. It started when I was a teenager, and I basically brushed everything under the rug and continued to live my life, only to realize 23 years later, it really affected my life. It affected my love life. Like I said earlier, I did give more of the information, but I did go through two failed marriage. I'm on my third marriage, with 6 children. And what I want readers to get out of my story is don't let someone else's betrayal stop you from loving yourself and loving who you are and giving love a second chance.
Yes, yes, yes. That's good. That's good. Y'all, these are some amazing titles, some amazing subjects that you are bringing to the forefront. And I am sure that this is going to help someone. This is going to bless someone. And I can't wait to get my copy now. Tell me, when are you all launching this amazing book?
March 7th.
Woo! We got 3 more days, the countdown.
Yes.
This
May 7th.
bestseller, this
May
bestseller.
7th. I'm
I was
sorry.
gonna say May
Thank you,
7th.
March. Going
This
back
Saturday, y'all. This Saturday.
Saturday. What you said? You said
March
April.
7th. I'm going
Oh, you
backwards.
said March, and I'm over here like, yay. No, y'all, it's May
Time goes
7th.
so fast.
This
It's hard to keep up.
Saturday. This Saturday, yes.
Yeah.
And so let me just bring up a few of our comments. Miss Shakira Washington. Hey, honey. Hello, everyone. She says, hello, everyone.
Hello.
And we have Miss
Hey,
Sheila Jane Simeon. Hello, beautiful ladies. Hey, Cammie. Hey,
hey.
Miss Sheila. Thank you for joining us. And look who else, the wonderful visionary, Miss Ashley.
Hey,
She
Miss
says, hey, you
Ashley.
all look amazing. And she loves you, ladies. Hey, Miss Ashley, we love you. All right, that's it for the comments for now. So, Miss Cammy started it off telling us what she would like the readers to get from her chapter? And I'm gonna just go back around and let you all state that as well, because that was my next question. So, Miss Candace, what would you like for the reader to get from your chapter?
I would honestly say that from my chapter, I just really want, like I stated earlier, for people to know their potential and know that even for someone from a small town, small mind that grew out of that mindset of not reaching out for help, thinking that it's not necessary due to our culture. Um, Also, as a woman, we're told to be strong, and yeah, we're strong, but you have your weak points, and it's okay to vent that out, speak on it,
Yes.
because after so long, it's gonna break you. So before your breaking point, when you know you're to that point, recognize it, own it, so you can eliminate certain things to keep going. I'm not going to say it's an overnight process. And some people just give up because the next day it didn't work the way they wanted to work. It's an everyday journey. It's not going to
Yes.
just magically happen overnight.
Gotcha. That was good. Miss Marcy.
So, what I want people to get is that even though they may have received a diagnosis, that even if it's not terminal, sometimes we get diagnoses that really change our life. For instance, like diabetes or high blood pressure, that it's not the end of the world. That you have to remember that doctors are, that have the MD behind their name, they are medical doctors. And so if you go to a doctor, they're going to write you a prescription because that's what they do. So you can't fault them for that. But they weren't really trained to heal you. So if you really want to be healed, or if you really want to get to the core of the issue and stop it from the core, then you have to do your own research. So that's what I want people to get, that they have to take control of their own health and
Yes.
do things every day that for their body, because you are what you repeatedly do.
Hmm.
You
That's good.
become, yeah. And so that's what I want people to get from it, to take their own health into their hands and be responsible for everything that they allow into their mouth gate, their eye gate, their ear gate, and we won't mention below the belt, but you really have to be, take control and take responsibility of your own life, your own health.
I love it. I love it. And Miss Joy. Oh, wait. I think I muted you back. Sorry. Go ahead.
I'll just wait for you next time. But yeah, so what I like for people to take from this is basically what I said earlier is that they do not have to live their life in fear, that they
Yeah.
can have victory over fear. And if there's something that you're afraid to do, first of all, you don't have to let fear control your life, because God has not given us a spirit of fear. That doesn't come from God. So we need to know that if it doesn't come from God, then we shouldn't own it. We shouldn't own it. We shouldn't, pull on to that and hold on to that. And so I've been doing things, to conquer my fear and to step into my fear. Even recently, if there's some things that I was uncomfortable with, I just forced myself to step into it. And Joyce Meyer has a sermon, in a book, Do It Afraid. So if you are a
Yes.
little bit afraid, just step into that fear. I was out west, for the past month or so, and climbing mountains and forgetting about heights and everything. And I, people think I'm a little crazy for this part, but I even held a python in my hand. It's just, which I know people are like, y'all, yeah, you're crazy. We're not going that far. But, and then I also, like, I don't like guns, but we went out shooting in the desert, and I, shot several guns just to say, okay, I have control over this. This is something that I'm going to be afraid of. So just taking back authority over fear,
Yes.
because we
Yes.
have authority over all things. We don't have to let these things control us. So basically, just stepping into your fear and just replacing it with faith. Just have the faith to call forth those things to be not as though they were. We can do all things through Christ who strengthens us, and including overcome fear. So that's what I want you to know, that anyone, you can have victory over fear. Just have faith and replace that fear with faith, and you got this.
I love it. Ooh, ladies, y'all bringing it in this book. Guys, Created for Greatness by Visionary Ashley Montgomery featuring Les Brown and these amazing co-authors. So how many co-authors is it total? Do y'all know?
It's 20.
Yes. Oh, this is gonna be fun. What you say, Miss Candace? Let me unmute you. Hold on. What you said?
I wasn't sure if we were muted or not. That's why I was like, I was gonna point, like.
You can now you can unmute. I just muted because when all of our mics are open, it has a feedback. So feel free,
Oh
girl. This
no,
is
it's no
open.
problem.
Open
And
It's no problem.
discussion.
my son is also a part of the book as well. So
Ooh,
it's women, and we have one male, including Liz.
awesome. This is gonna be good. So, guys, look forward to this book this Saturday. Um, Listen, y'all, I need to know all of you ladies are in business in some form or fashion. How can this book contribute to your business? Did any of you consider that when you were signing up or even after you signed up? How can this fit into your business? And we can start with you, Miss Cami.
Well, my chapter, it pretty much let readers know that you don't ever have to give up. I did it with 6 kids, like I said, failed marriages, and I still strive and never gave up. And I teach my kids the same thing, to strive and never give up. Go back, get your education, become an entrepreneur, and just keep your eye on the prize and keep God first, and you will succeed.
Absolutely. Miss Candace.
Actually, it inspired me to actually move forward. I never thought to even be on this platform of doing so. So it did inspire me to start doing more into mentoring for mothers that are grieving parents. So it's not just a female thing, but
Yeah.
Also, it even inspired me to work on the book that I have coming up to better explain the levels that I went through. And it's called She Is Me, Paradox of Overcoming.
Wow.
Um, so I actually had transformed through over the time of this book due to this mission that we're doing right now. And I feel like it made me even greater. So
I love it. I love it. Miss Marcy.
Yes, this book is really helpful as far as my business is as a coach to coaching people. I'm also known as the queen of modification
Okay.
because I help people do that. I do it one-on-one in groups and speaking engagements. In fact, I have one on Saturday, like health fairs and things like that. And also, I have a podcast, Age Vibrantly Tips and Ask Marcy Mondays, where I come on live on Facebook and answer people's health questions live. So,
Ooh.
so this book, with all the others, has helped me to be more. It gives you authority. So
I'm just in book interview.
yeah. So I'm
Good.
excited. Yeah, I'm excited about putting this on under my belt and going forward. I also have another book coming out, which is 101 Mountain Moving Miracles,
Wow.
Faith Fuel. So there's going to be 101 stories in it of people who have miracles happen in their lives that they know beyond a shadow of a doubt that God did it.
Wow. Y'all, oof. This is good. Y'all
So
giving me chills.
yeah, that's coming out in October for my 65th birthday. So y'all can all be in it too. So
All
we're
right.
excited. Yeah, we're excited about that. Yeah.
Awesome. Good job, Miss Marcy. All right. Next, Miss Joy. How about you?
Okay, so with this book, the same as Miss Marcy, I am a coach. So being a coach, that is something that, I can use, with my clients to help them, learn, because fear is something that a lot of people have issues with, and a lot of people are having problems trying to overcome. So this can be one of the tools that I can use to help them. And then, as well as being a speaker, I definitely, like to speak on, these types of topics as well. And so helping people overcome fear and having victory over fear, and just, showing them how I overcame fear is something that I'm sure, is a topic that a lot of people would like to hear about. So that is something I can use in my speaking engagements as well.
Love it. Love it. Yes, you ladies have got it together. I'm loving it. And so finally, I want to ask you guys, how was it to work with the amazing Les Brown? How was it? So we'll start with you, Miss Joy. We'll come on back around.
Well, it's been amazing. I've been working with him in groups for probably over about a year and a half now. And so outside of this project, but it's been amazing because he's phenomenal. And there's no other person that I've met that's like him, especially not another speaker. And he's more than a speaker. Of course, he's the number one motivational speaker in the world, but he's so much more than that. And when you see him in person or see him one on one, it's like he's this whole presence, and he can just take your story and just turn it into something better than you ever imagined yourself. So he can tell a person's story better than they can tell it. And they're like, wow, so we just sit there in amazement, listening to him just transform your story. So that's what he just has, like a magic when it comes to him. So he's definitely an anointed man, and he's just a pleasure and an honor to work with. It was a blessing.
Awesome. Awesome. Miss Marcy.
Yes, Les Brown has a heart of gold, and he's funny and witty and an excellent role model as far as speaking. And he has really made a difference in my life in general, to give you the feeling that it's possible to be a speaker, that it's necessary for you to get your story out there, and that is hard, but you can do it. So
Yes.
that's what we learned from Les. He's wonderful. Yeah.
Love it. Love it. All right, Miss Candace, how was it? Or is it,
Um,
if
I'm
y'all are
gonna
still
speak
working?
it into existence. I'm going to meet him one day. But I've got the chance to be amongst his environment of those who actually got that chance, and to know of him just being able to touch everyone, it's very inspiring. It doesn't, he's not that person that's typical. You can tell everything that he speaks of is genuine. I even keep a lot of his quotes among me, that helps me on my everyday journeys, because I do have those stumping points. So that alone, for him to provide that and actually have a platform for us all to experience, that alone shows you his character and how amazing he is.
Wonderful, wonderful. And Miss Cammy.
I've had the pleasure to meet Mr. Les Brown when I visited New York with the other two young ladies, as well as my sister Ashley. We did meet up with him, and I felt that, like Joy said, that he really can tell your story better than you can. He's a phenomenal man and very funny. I love him.
Awesome, awesome. Well, that is amazing, guys. I can't wait until Saturday to get this book. People, make sure that you are tuned into these ladies, connect with these ladies so that you can get your copy. Now, at this point, I need each of you to tell us, how do we connect with you? But before you do that, if you have any final thoughts for our viewers, I want you to say that as well. All right. And you can start, Miss Cammy.
We're launching on May 7th. You can visit Amazon, Created for Greatness by Ashley Montgomery, and help us go bestseller.
Awesome. And tell us how to connect with you.
You can connect with me on Instagram, Cammie, Cammie _Nicole22, or Facebook, Cammie Nicole.
All right. And I have everyone's info in the chat already or in the comments already. So, Miss Candace, any final words in your contact info?
Um, if ever you're needing to reach out and you're needing that one-on-one, I am not a judgy person. I do not challenge anyone. I am very open. I've been this way, even with being an introvert. So if ever you're feeling like you need to, I do have my Facebook group, unapologetically rising. You can also find every bit of information to contact me through Facebook, and it's under co-author slash author Candace Briscoe Arce.
All right. Miss Marcy.
Hi, I'm at Marcy Cody RN on all platforms. And my link tree is marcycody.com. So there you can find all my books. You can even right now have a Mother's Day sale going where if you click on it, you can get a free download of my 90 Ways to Age Vibrantly and a 30-minute consultation. So
Awesome.
check that out. Come to marcycody.com and all the other books are there. And remember, Saturday is a day to come to Amazon and it's not just about us being bestsellers. This book will transform your life because you never know what somebody else's story can do to help you through what you're going through. You might think you're alone, but somebody else has been through what you've been through. And sometimes when you hear stories, and each one of the stories, not only is it telling that story, but it has some what we call heart work, some ways that you can help yourself from reading that story. So I encourage everyone to take that leap and go into their own self-improvement because nobody's going to do it for you. That's something you have to do on your own. So yeah, thanks everybody, and thank you so much for having us. So
You are
yeah,
very welcome.
Marcy Cody RN on all platforms.
Awesome. And Miss Joy.
And again, like Miss Marcy was saying, just go to Amazon on Saturday between 12 and 4 o'clock p.m. and order your ebook. And not only do you need to order it for yourself, but give it as a gift for others as well. They do have a link on there where you can buy for others. So it's very important that you buy for others and please leave a 5-star review. That will be helpful as well. So we want to get this book out to as many people as possible to help change lives. And speaking of changing lives, me as a mental health advocate and coach, this is Mental Health Awareness Month. And so many people are losing their lives to suicide and just the issues that they're going through with mental health. So I want to be able to help you. If you don't have a coach or therapist or counselor or someone you can speak to, I would love to help you. So you can reach out to me at thejoyallen.com, thejoyallen.com. And if you don't want me, go to somebody. I just want you guys to get help. We all have to come together to help each other through these hard times. So these stories in this book will change lives. It will inspire you. It will uplift you. It will encourage you. That's why we want you to get your hands on this book because these stories are so powerful. I've read them. I was working as the editor and writing coach, so I saw a lot of these stories and they touched my heart. So I just want you to know they'll touch your heart too. So make sure you get this book, Created for Greatness. It's bound to change your lives and the lives of anyone that you buy it for. And we thank you in advance for all of your support.
Awesome. This has been amazing, ladies. Thank y'all so much for joining us here on Power Conversations podcast. This has been an amazing book discussion. Guys, don't forget that we offer book discussions to anthology visionaries right here on Power Conversations podcast. So make sure you go to our website and find out about it, www.wisptv.com. Don't forget Saturday, get on Amazon.com between 12 p.m. and 4 p.m. and place your order. Give some copies. Order multiple copies for yourself, however you need to do it, but get this book, Created for Greatness by Ashley Montgomery and her co-authors, along with forward author Les Brown. Thank y'all so much for joining us tonight. With that being said, we will see you all next time.
Thank you
For
so
having
much.
us.
Thank
You're very
you.
welcome. Thank y'all.
Thank you. Have a great one.
Yes,
Take care.
ma'am.